Thank you.
Hello everyone, how are we doing? Welcome to the TCR Series SOF Championships. It is that time again on a Tuesday. I've got some technical difficulties because, well, it has to happen. Literally, got everything up that I needed to see, all the SDK stuff. And naturally, as soon as I hit live, something happens, everything blinks, and suddenly SDK doesn't want to work anymore. I've got the live timing, so that works, but you might not have the graphics on screen, but we'll see. Really, thank you for the 5-stream streak on the Twitch side. We are also live on YouTube, so get across to there as well. Right. Oh, but it works on... So it works on OBS, but it doesn't work on the screen in front of me right now. You know what? Fine. Fine. If that's how we're gonna play this, that's how we're gonna play this. Always the way. I hope everyone's good, everyone is well. Let's go to my PC and hope I can get on time. Well, we've got 15 minutes until we start with what we have. So those who weren't here last week or haven't seen the announcement already in the TCR Accord, things are a bit different for your Tuesdays now. Thanks to the amazing work that people at Grid Post do, and some of you who race the Clios will have already seen this in effect, we have now made an official championship out of the officials. It's just something for fun. Every time there's a strength of field race, sets of races on Tuesday, and it's not just top split who can end up getting points as well. Everything you need, as I just quickly click on the right thing here. So on Twitch, if you type in SOF TCR, and if you're on YouTube, check the video description below and you'll find all the information for both sets of TCR Strength of Field Championships. I say both sets because we've got one for the open and we've got one for the fixed as well. Let's have a quick look at the standings for the fixed, which is going to be the first race that comes up today. So this is based on real life TCR points, which give numerous points up to 20th place, and then 20th place onwards everybody has 1 point. We do that up to 50 places. Now, how are the places determined? The places are determined not just your standings in each race, but the amount of iRacing championship points you earn. It orders you in turn of how many of those you have across all the splits which are on the time slot. This means that if you win split 2 or split 3, you will end up getting more points than those who finish towards the bottom of top split. But because there's multiple splits in TCR at the same time, it means you're constantly going around different splits anyway, and you know, still getting a solid amount of points. So Anton is in the lead at the moment of the fixed strength of field championship. We also have bonus points for fastest laps. We have bonus points for starting in pole position. And if you have a completely clear 0x race, you get a bonus 3 points as well. So every single point, every single bit of clean driving that you do will add up as the season goes. But Anton at the moment leading our championship by 2 points at the moment, behind Pascal, who is weeks round one, week one's winner. Unfortunately, didn't have a great race for the second one, finishing 25th overall in terms of championship points. They only got 1 point for that one. And we have Wodge in third place. He didn't take part of week one, but came in and stormed the standings at Watkins Glen in third place with 45th, all the way down to Chesney in 20th, who finished with 11 total, or 11th highest in championship points, and Chesney was actually in split 2, so just shows even if you're in split 2 or split 3 and you end up winning the race or come in second, you will still get enough points to possibly make it into the top 20 overall. This is also across to the Open Championship as well, but it's a bit closer between the top two. As you can see, it is the Isaac and Augustin show, both of them sharing a first place and a second place. Isaac just edging forward with 2 lots of fastest lap bonus points. Even though Augustin gets a 0x race, Isaac has been on fire when it comes to getting those pole positions. And Evan Kiso as well, not quite winning those races, but because they're having nice consistent races, leads the best of the rest in third place. How's everybody else? Everybody good? 1 point for 0x, should be 3 points for 0x. I'm pretty sure I said it as. I'm going to quickly double check that now in case I've gone completely wrong. Alright, whilst we're all doing that, let's get ourselves watching everybody who is on track at this moment in time. Camera currently on Laura Miser, 16th in this open practice session. Just having a look at the points configuration. It's 3 bonus points for a 0x race, 2 for pole position, 2 for fastest lap bonus. The points start at 45 for first, all the way down to 1 point for 20th, and from 20th to 50th in the championship points, it's 1 point. So if you finish outside the top 50 iRacing Championship point scores, do unfortunately get 0 points unless you can give yourself a 0x race, a pole position, or a fastest lap bonus. Production looks amazing. Thank you so much. Massive thank you to Backfire Simsport TV for letting me use their SDK. If you are on the Twitch side, you can see the link for them now. If not, if you're on YouTube, check the video description below. There's lots of TCR leagues and communities down there who would love to have you join in. I do commentary with Pete Bingham on Wednesdays for Backfire Simsport TV's 25th season of the TCR Challenge Cup. Tomorrow, because they copy the officials, they're racing here at Road Atlanta, and it will be an endurance round. I can't wait. Alright, reload the textures, let's reload everything else whilst I'm here. Just got a few little things I need to quickly change. It turns out I am just not really that organised, believe it or not. There we go, everything should be in line now. Right, so Andy on the Twitch side, I hope you're good, hope you're well. And everyone who's on the YouTube side as well. Philippen, I may have mispronounced that. I mispronounce a lot, by the way, so forgive me on that one. David as well, and we've got some messages right at the start of the stream too, so thank you to everyone who's in here from the start. Chris and Slider. Right, the heat has disappeared from the UK a little bit, so we can now go race for a little bit. As things stand, this is the quickest person on track. Let's get through and do a very, very quick, short but sweet track guide to Road Atlanta. So you're going down the hill for turn 11 and the quick sweep in turn number 12. Let's get straight to it. A lap of Road Atlanta, or as I used to call it a couple of seasons ago, Road Atlanta. As soon as the service road begins there, get braking and sweep into the first corner. You want to try and get to the middle of the track to the right hand side as well as quick as possible to open up turns 2 and turn 3. corner just there will be a hot spot when it comes to 1Xs and potentially slowdowns. With the extra power in the TCRs, a little bit more lifting is needed than usual to make sure that you can keep it within the grey stuff. Don't hit that curb straight on, do it from the side and sweep your way around. A lot of elevation on Road Atlanta, so you will have to be on the throttle a little bit earlier, but as it's front wheel drive, nice and smooth with the inputs. Using the first dotted line as a braking point to get yourself round for turn number 6. Turn number 7, the most important corner on the track, allegedly. Get nice and tight to it, on the accelerator early, but not too early so you end up going all over the grass and ruining your lap. Then the main source of all things that are good with drafting and slipstream. You don't get a lot in TCR, but here you get enough for a final showdown in the bottom chicane. Turns 10A and 10B, you can fit 2 wide here, but you will lose about 3 seconds potentially on the leaders or those that you're trying to get away behind if you end up taking it too wide. A lot of crests here that you will have to practice in advance, but just sweep around the last couple of corners there, and that lap just there was a 126.8, which isn't a bad lap at all. I would say if you're getting into top split, if you can try and hit those laps in a top 10 finish, should be in the bag. This is the strength of field races, so who knows what sort of competitors we're going to end up getting today. Nicely, good to see you. Interesting, just discovered you. Ah, fantastic. Well, we do track guides every Sunday or Monday. We try and get a TCR track guide out. It's a nice basic track guide. Does have a wet lap in there. Speaking of wet laps, there's rumours that the open race tonight might be a bit wet. Potentially. Now, I know this because I raced in it earlier and it was a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I caught the S's and the curbs and the puddles, and I went straight off into the wall with 2 laps to go. A prediction on potential strength of field. If it's anything like we've had the last couple of weeks, it could be at least 4K. I think the highest we've had so far, in fact if you go onto the championship website, you should be able to see the past results. I'm wondering, it's actually something I've not looked at so far. Results, standings, have a look at results. So having a look on the results, we'll have this up so you lot can have a quick look as well with me. Here we go, so round number 2, it does have the strength of field. So for last week's race, one of them at Watkins Glen, the strength of field was 5,230. Yes, 5,230. Absolutely incredible. Alton Park 4,100, and this is just for the opens. For the fixed, Alton Park had a strength of field of 3,100. For Watkins Glen last week, it was 5,200. Oh, sorry, no, that was last week, 5,200. It was 3,900. So, really good size strengths of field just there. Multiple splits. So if anybody here hasn't already signed up, you have 5 minutes to do so. Get yourself in. Is this a known thing? Is this time slot especially competitive? It is now. Last 2-3 seasons, we have discovered that a lot of the European times do congregate around this area. So we decided to always have this as a chance for everyone to get into the bigger strength of fields if they desire. Because there's so many TCR leagues on during the week, it's always quite hard to find a time that suits absolutely everybody. We've gone with the Tuesday, and thanks to those from Grid Post and who do the Renault Clio strength of fields, we've had an opportunity to get a point system for this. There's no prizes. This is just something we're piloting for this season. Could be prizes in the future, but for now, just sit back and enjoy it all. Tony Walker as well, who you will recognise if anyone watches the Wednesday Backfire Simsport TVs. I've put it in the Twitch side, but those on the YouTube side, if you race iRacing and have a TCR or looking at getting a TCR, get yourself into the community Discord just there. In there, if you're a streamer that does TCR, you can put your TCR videos in there. If you want to join some leagues, people post their leagues. If you have any questions about TCR, there are hundreds of people in there who are more than happy to give you their thoughts. And there's a place where people show off their liveries as well. Right, we have 3 minutes left. The fastest lap in here is still a 1 minute 26.19 by Saba. Do have a few people on the other side as well. We've had Jack Anthony Brown, who has been racing all week, and Kim Andre Borkland, one of the quicker people when it comes to strength of field racing. In fact, let's get all this round at the moment. iRating as well, just so you lot can see exactly how close everybody is and what cars everybody is choosing. So with the BOP and the new TCRs that we got at the start of last season, we kind of figured out that the Audi was probably the car to go to if you just want to do fixed racing. With the Elantra quite close, the Honda you have to really push to get anything out of it, and if you're on the Veloster, well, you might as well just throw that in the bin for now. On the open side, it's a bit more equal between the Honda, the Elantra and the Audi. The Veloster though, iRacing have really messed up somewhere with that Veloster. Will they fix it? Remains to be seen. Yeah, the Clios have a strength of field as well. Let me get a Discord link for that strength of field for the Clios. Yeah, the Clios have been using this system, and it has absolutely transformed how they do all their races. So many people jump into that one now. I'm trying to look for the Clio Discord. I always say you can never join too many Discords. I think I've joined too many Discords. It's so hard for me to try and find some people. It's the NEC 6 hours this weekend. I do want to do an NEC at some point this season, but I don't. It's solo, but I don't really want to do the 6 hour one. That would suck a fair bit for me personally. Right, 1 minute left. Get yourselves in. There's currently enough to have 2 splits. Also enough to have a few more people try and get away through the door. I appreciate there is still a little bit of heat going on at the moment. A few World Cup games on as well. But there's enough for 3 splits at this moment in time. So you have 10 seconds now to get yourself in. Also look for this Clio Strength Field Discord. Here you go. So anybody who wants to jump into the Clio community Discord, link's only going to be available for a week, so join it now while you can. There's just there. What would you say is the best beginner TCR car to run? I own the Honda, Elantra and Audi, but I find the Audi a lot harder for me to control. I would always say the Elantra. The Elantra to me always seems to be the one that I'm like to people. Just give the Elantra a try. It's probably the best all-rounder as well at the same time. Why is that Clio Discord not gone through? There we go, should be through now. Right, I think that's everybody signing into the session. Right then, let's load in. I am going to run an ad on Twitch for a minute whilst that's going on. I promise you won't miss a thing. Just click on all the links underneath the stream if you're on YouTube. And just sit back and chill. We'll be back in about a minute and a half for qualifying for the Strength of Field fixed race. Good evening all and welcome to TCR Series SOF Championship, the fixed edition for race number 1 today. I'm your host for tonight, JayCaulls, and welcome to a tiny bit cloudy but overall quite sunny Watkins Glen. Temperatures of 29 degrees Celsius. It's going to be a bit of a scorching track today. Now, those who haven't already seen the announcements, get yourself over to the TCR Cord Discord. You'll find that in the video description below, as well as, you know, just type in TCR into the Twitch chat and a link will come up there for you as well. But now the officials, the Strength of Field races on Tuesdays are now part of the championship. We're just getting a try this season. It's a pilot edition, so no prizes as of yet. Might be in the future though. But the first couple of weeks have already been through the ringer. We already have our points following real life TCR point systems, with points up to 20th, and then 20th onwards is 1 point up to 50th. Bonus points for fastest lap, bonus points for pole position, and then 3 bonus points if you can keep a completely clear race. I'm talking 1x. It's not just top split, all splits get a chance to score points. And our championship so far for the fixed, Anton leads the way with 48, Pascal 46, and Wodge down with 45. I can tell you now, Anton is in the session. Just having a quick look to see if we've got anybody else who is up there. Pascal is as well. Wodge though, nowhere to be seen at the moment, so it looks like Anton and Pascal will have a chance to get away from Wodge. Meanwhile, everybody down to 20th, everybody is in with a shout. Right, qualifying has already started. You should all know how qualifying works at this point. With the bar at the bottom, if it is green, it means it's a personal best. If it is purple, it is the quickest out of the whole session. You streaming it is enough of a prize? No, yeah. I will not have cheap attempts of flattery like that one. Thank you very much, Misery. So we're about to start our first lap, currently on board with Laguna, a regular when it comes to the TCR Strength of Field series, as well as Backfire Simsport TV on Wednesdays. And Tony Walker is, oh no, it's going to be Jack Anthony Brown so far who takes the lead so far in for pole position. Only 3 people with eligible times on the board, but everybody is still making their way round as quick as possible. Looking at possibly what is going to be one of the most dangerous parts of the track in the early laps, especially when you need to lift in these newer TCRs. Usually you could go down them full welt, full meat and potatoes, but now got the amount of power going through those front wheels, you will end up understeering off the course, and those curbs aren't exactly short either. They will throw you about, as I found out the hard way in an official earlier with the wet weather. Easy 0x race, we'll see. I always manage to pick up quite a few X's on this one, but we'll see. I hope you're right. I hope a lot of people, I think a lot of people in this race will hope that you're right, because that'll be a load of free bonus points just there. Looking at the bottom, and somebody not having a good time there at all. this gentleman just here, Alexei, trying to make their way around, currently in 4th position. They are not making too much of improvement. Meanwhile, the top 3 have set purple sectors in sectors 1, 2 or 3. So each one of them at the moment trying to make their through. And what a camera angle that is. Beautiful. All making their way around now. Can anyone get any improvements? Jack Brown currently on pole position. David getting across the line, could potentially, he does. That's a big lap just there, 126.5. Can Anton go through, who had a fastest sector 1? That's been cruelly taken away by Anton, because without a time just yet, we have Kim Andre Borkland just here. Kim will be one of the favourites for this race for absolute certain. Just getting us way through the S's. We have 2.5 minutes left of this qualifying session. Let's see what we can get going here. As you can see at the bottom of your screen's car number 6. Sorry, the car in 6th place, Gregor, making their way down as well. They've got the fastest third sector out of anybody so far. They go jump up from 6th place, goes up to 2nd. Wow, 3/100ths of a second away from pole position, but Kim is on a barn burner of a lap. His name's going to come up towards the bottom of the screen very, very shortly, and there you go. A slower third sector there, but the first two are looking pretty damn special. He's much faster than Gregor, by the way, in sector 2. I can calculate it as about 3/10 just on one sector, and we could be looking at Kim for pole position. 3rd place. A mistake on that 3rd sector was enough for Kim to miss out on getting that pole position. So row number 1 for our fixed races, David Salada with Gregor Kinski in 2nd place. Row 2, Kim Andre Buckland and Jack Brown. Anton Shizhnikov and Yuri Lakhnen occupying row 3 with Alexei and Saba in 7th and 8th. 9th, Pascal, he'll want to get a bit higher to climb up that championship. Chris Wetz in 10th place. Tony Walker will have 11th place with Sydney Hart down in 12th. 13th to 15th is Wyatt Cormier, Anissi Tamien and Nico Mayer. If I mispronounced any names, look, I'm sorry, okay? I can't help it. I just can't help it. Alright, let's get to it. This is exactly what a lot of these drivers have been waiting for all week. I have to go. The production looks amazing. We'll watch it back later. See you. Take care, my friend. All the previous weeks of racing are now in their own playlist on the YouTube channel as well, so feel free to check it out and we'll see what happens. Hopefully you get to see a little bit more of you on Tuesdays. It's been a pleasure having you in. Alberto, my friend on the Twitch side, I hope you're good, hope you are well. Look at these light flashes. So unlike Pete on the Wednesdays, I love the flashes. You can flash at me as much as you want, legally of course. Alberto, I hope you are good, I hope you are well. I'd love to see you doing these races, Alberto. Strength of Field Championship. Let's go. I'm eager to see how the faster drivers perform. Spoiler alert, pretty quick. There you go, Alberto. Hopefully that shows up on the Twitch side underneath. There you go. Well, just waiting for the lights. We're just waiting for Kim to join the grid, and there they are. The lights are getting ready. The lights are getting steady. Are you all ready in chat? So we get ready, we get steady, and we are off, Magnet. Good to see you. I hope you're good. Hope you're well. And Kim Buckland just out on the inside with a fantastic move. Absolutely. But oh, and a big crash. A massive, massive crash behind. And there's Anton, who was up towards the top of the championship, colliding with Jack Brown. We will check that a little bit closer as we go along, but for now, Gregor is in the lead. The number 5 car has a raging Norwegian behind. I'm surprised Kim's here, not watching Norway playing in their World Cup match right now. There's we keep all the comms going on, by the way, so we can hear all the uncut messages between the drivers. Content is content. Did you just call him a sausage? Ah, right. So everybody getting into single file, which is the best thing to do for that corner as we head down towards the invisible turn 8, turn 9, going towards 10A and 10B. Currently watching right now Kim Andre Buckland chasing down the leader. Going to see a lot of audacious dives just here. Let's go a little bit further back, see if anybody is going to attempt any of those dives. Depending on how your exit through 10B goes, you can really get a run, and car number 13 Tony Walker could be in a bit of trouble with Annecy Tamian just behind, nearly 4/10. But so far so good. Apart from the incident at the start, we've had a relatively clean first lap. I'm good, and you? I'm good, thank you, Alberto. It's a bit cooler in this country at the moment, so we can relax a little bit. I've done a little bit of racing today. I'm really enjoying Road Atlanta in the wet. I'm hoping that the open race, it does start to pour down a little bit, because we deserve it, right? Right, so 1 minute in, 2 just here as well. Here we go. Look at that, we are rolling. Even further back, got everyone keeping close to each other. We're going to keep on with everybody else. Oh, and I just seen, it might be the car that's in front actually. Some of these cars getting extremely close to each other. We'll see if there's any audacious moves, and then after that we'll have a look at the incident at the start of the race. I did call him a sausage, watch that back. Perhaps I will, we will. I thought I heard the word sausage, I was like, what? Everybody else seems to be behaving themselves at the moment. This will not stay a procession race, as we can actually see just behind Tony Walker really struggling through 10A and 10B and allowing a chance for Anisi to catch up. But as things stand, as we get onto lap number 3, it is currently Gregor Kingsky who is in the lead. Right, let's have a quick look to see what exactly happened towards the start. There's some action going on, but go watch this first. So Kim Borkland with a big move. You got Anton all the way to the right, and oh yeah, that was a big mistake from Anton just there. Yeah, that should have that should never have happened in the first place. This is what they saw from inside. You see the car number 6 to the side, and in my opinion, a massive lapse of judgment, 100% there. I know the starts do get a bit fast and furious at the time, but you really have to have your perception levels to their absolute top. You need to be seeing what everybody else is doing, and sometimes you do theoretically need those eyes in the back of your head. Wow, yeah. Get him in a BTC. Oh, hey, now you never know who's watching this one, misery. Gregor at the moment still somehow managing to keep Kim behind, but look how close Kim is now. It's getting closer and closer, and insert the Jaws music here. Kim will want to try and get past as quick as possible, because in third place, if we look what Kim sees behind them, we do have the Spaniard David Salada right behind, and David is no slouch themselves. Oh, and hang on, Gregor has let Kim go. I wonder if there was a slowdown somewhere, but now Gregor is right back on. We will have a look at that pass very shortly, but if these two start fighting and going too wide into that final chicane, we're going to potentially have a big freeway fight for this. Get to the chopper. Kim defending on the inside, and Gregor decides to try and catch Kim out with his line, but Kim is no slouch themselves, and will have practiced multiple different lines to take through that final chicane just there, and unless somehow Gregor can force a mistake out of Kim in this first half of the lap, I do feel Kim will have this race in the bag. Right, let's have a look exactly what happened with that overtake, because that just seemed, just wondering if maybe the race leader in the white, oh yeah, race leader completely misjudging the curb on the right hand side to the entry, or just taking too much speed and then had no choice but to yield the position to Kim and try and fight on for the rest of the lap. He's going to chill in the slipstream to get a gap to third. Potentially third place at the moment is, however, right behind. Look at the timing tower at the top corner, it is yellow. He is 0.45, to about half a second away from Gregor, which is going to be quick enough to hitch a ride there and carry on with that slipstream. A little bit further back we have Alexei chasing down at Larkin in 4th place, but behind Alexei on camera is Saba. Saba at the moment up 2 places, Alexei up 2 places, Larkin up 2 places as well, but the biggest climbers are these two just here, Nissi Tamien and Nico Meyer. Nissi and Nico just behind in the Switch It team, which you'll find them on Wednesdays. Oh, and there's a bit of dust being kicked up there, but I don't think that's through anybody making a mistake. That's more people just cutting the inside of that corner as much as possible, all the way back to Wyatt Cormier right now in 12th place. Chris Wetz going off the track earlier. I do actually have a replay of that so we can see what happens with that. So, oh, this was actually right towards the start, so obviously a lot of cars going about everywhere. Chris going slightly off the course, and a big, well, potentially a big dive to the inside, misjudging that first corner and deciding to collect up a little bit of kitty litter in the middle of turn number 1. Check behind to make sure it's safe to join, safe to rejoin even, and lost a bucket load of positions. Hasn't been able to gain any since then. This is pretty decent strength of field. I'm trying to see what I posted in. It was, so this is a, if anyone can remember, a 3.6k strength of field for our fixed race in this strength of field TCR Championship. Currently have Kim Borkland in the lead by just less than 0.4 of a second. A lot of gained places for people after the incident between Brown and Shishnikov towards the start of the race. Currently watching the closest multiple car battle at the moment, and tell you what, we're going to quickly go to the front, and Gregor has just got a monstrous amount of pace on Kim. I'm wondering if Kim went off the track or just had a really bad 10A and 10B, and suddenly the fight is on for the lead. Currently on board with Gregor now, and Kim is going to have to look, Kim doing so much better there to try and open up all these corners, able to get on the throttle a little bit more to take a lot of these curbs. And Gregor had a golden opportunity there to try and keep as close to the back as Kim as possible, but no, it looks like that chance may be slowly fluttering away. The only thing that Gregor is going to have as an advantage here is the slipstream, currently 0.52 away from Kim. You don't get a lot of slipstream on these cars, but you do get enough to maybe take a 10th or 2 off. And as soon as I say that, Gregor is now nearly, very, very nearly within 0.3 of Kim. And as soon as I say that, he is. Now let's have a quick look at this final chicane, because it does seem, and I tell you what, Gregor taking so much more, and here it is. Here we go. The move could be on. We are only just halfway through this race, and already we're going to have ourselves a massive fight here for the lead. Oh wow, that behind. Look how close that is behind, and there's people jockeying for position. It's like a game of Tetris right now. How are they going to get past that first corner? Who's going to appear out of nowhere towards the top here? Oh, and it's close. They're keeping themselves going. Let's blimp it up. Oh, blimp looks lovely today. Oh, trees, Pete would love that. Oh, more trees, Pete would love that even more. Getting through the S's, you see quite a few going wide here, but all 4 of these, and potentially 5, with the addition of Chris Wetz towards the back there, we're getting closer and closer. I'm keeping an eye on the lead battle at the moment. That's stretching out to half a second as things stand. Look at this, all 4 of them right now. I tell you what, whoever that third car is, I think that's Sydney Hards. It is Sydney with a great run out of this corner. If he decides to make it too wide here, who we have the camera centered on right now, Inissi, and Inissi is going to be absolutely loving the fact that these two behind are now going to be fighting for this position. Slightly later on the brakes there for Sydney. Can they keep themselves? They can, and look at just behind. And that is Inisi doing their best to get away from this gaggle of TCR right now. And Sydney Hards with a pass on the outside, and unfortunately for Wyatt just there. Wyatt going into the back, slightly tapping Nico there. Nico had nowhere to go. The car was flushing out. And is now in a battle with Chris Wetz. Look at this, great racing from both at the moment, giving each other plenty of space, and that's the beauty of this championship, rewarding 0x races. And there's a little bit of door banging just there. It's enough that Chris decides to back out of that one. Let's Wyatt go through, and Wyatt very nearly into the wall there. Wow, that was a little bit close, I think. That was about a hair away from a high-speed wall incident, which you do see here every now and then. Right, you're Larkin though in trouble from, well, shown here is from Kazakhstan. Alexei on the inside, but is Yura going to get the better line out here and get the switchback going? The switchback is on, and look at that, brilliant. The beauty of the final chicane is if you do perfect your line through there, you know exactly when to put your pedal to the metal, get your line absolutely to its optimal. You can defend any move thrown to your inside, but it looks like the fight is not done here yet. Go to the chopper, and ooh, that was close just there. A little bit of a courtesy tap. A cut on the inside from the Audi behind, and it's the Racing Forces car of Jori Laakkonen defending from Alexei. This is the battle for 4th position right now. Just behind him, if they both keep battling, just over a second behind, you have Saba, Pascal and Tony as well, all within 2 seconds right now of Jori Laakkonen. And oh, there's an interesting place to decide to put a wheel on the inside, and that is I was going to say absolutely perfect for Saba, but Saba completely misses the apex there. That's going to allow Pascal here now to fight side by side. What a race so far, and keeping an eye on the leaders. Kim only 3/10. And this is the view from Tony right now. He's asking these two to just think. Oh no, Tony! I know you're on the broadcast, Tony, but Tony instead deciding to readjust the line at the final. My head is on the back of my head because I thought he was going to do it for the clip there. Tony's decided to back out just in time. Someone please on the Twitch side, please get a clip of that. Tony, congratulations. You've just made me some free content for TikTok. As those that are fighting, it's just as close behind, and I tell you what, Sydney not taking a good line through there at all, and Issy has Nico just behind and Sydney only just in front. It is a 5-way battle just here right now for 9th place. Also on top of that, this battle for 4th contains these 5 cars as well. The leader at the moment, Kim Andre Buckland, has Gregor right behind, but they have managed to stretch out the gap from David a little bit with Alexei holding back the fort for 4th place. Let's get back to Nico Mayer. There's a lot of tossing and turning right now, as if they're in their own individual beds, tossing backwards and forwards. Wait, as in tucking, and I'm not being dirty at all, that's just your minds. It's warm, okay? It's warm. They keep rolling from side to side, trying to find the cool side of the pillow. I shouldn't have to explain myself for this sort of thing. But right, going in, let's have a look at the first group here, and Yura not going to be able to make the move there, but is going to try and make a big tasty pass. Meanwhile, these lot are getting to grips with each other. No contact, all giving each other plenty of space to make their way around. This is brilliant racing from everybody at the moment. We still have 3.5 minutes left of the race and so many battles for us to try and get through. This is a great camera, by the way. When the blimp camera wants to work correctly, it works so well. So well. Such a fun track to get some hot lapping done. I tell you what, we're going to watch a bit closer behind. And an opportunity for a pass is going to be made here. Ura's keeping plenty of space. These two have to meet each other on Wednesday, so I should think they don't want any awkward interactions between them both. Ura lets Pascal have the line here, but Ura's he's got to make a choice here. He's either going to bump draft and try and get Pascal a bit close to 4th place, or he's going to end up making a move here. If I was Ura, I know how quick Pascal can be. He's up high in the table for the fixed for a reason. Let Pascal do the work and catch up to 9, but we haven't got too much time. Magnet in the Twitch side, by the way. Hope you are good. I hope you are well. How have you been? The fight for the lead is just a constant, less than half a second. It is a shootout right now between Kim and Gregor. One of these two is going to make a mistake which will define the end of the race, but it is Audi versus Honda. The Honda does not do well at all on these fixed setups. But we're going to quickly go back a little bit here in the 15, nearly taps the 14 and sends a spin going. Tell you what, Anton and Jack must be absolutely gutted right now then, and not having an opportunity to come in and be a part of these battles, because these battles are absolutely fantastic so far. Gonna have one lap left after this whilst these are fighting. It's getting close back here as well at the same time. This battle for 4th place includes these two in a late dive in just there from Tony Walker, but backs out just at the end. Great eyes from Sabat to see that a move was incoming, so a little bit of space was given just in case. It looks like Tamien did lose quite a lot of positions, and we're going to have a quick look to see exactly what happened there with it. So Tamien in front, the number 14. This was at lap number 12. Just having to go a bit wide here, had to go take the wide line, and in the end, guys, just close racing from everybody. Kept the door open, and through great positioning from everybody else, did unfortunately end up losing a couple of positions, but great fighting so far. And I tell you what, this is getting really, really close now. It turns out we may have had a mistake here from Alexei, because Pascal has, within the space of a lap, managed to catch all the way back close again. This is exactly what Ura behind in 6th place would have wanted, but unfortunately Ura at the moment is not able to keep up with these. Meanwhile behind, Iko Meyer defending from Anissi as much as possible, but that is also another close fight going on. And tell you what, Pascal and the number 9, they're going to go all the way to the death. This is it now, the business end of the deal. Jess, good to see you. Hope you're good on the Twitch side. This is the final lap, the final turn. How is this one going to end? It is the final chance. Get moving, and there's nearly contact. And Kim is going to have that inside line, but it's not quite over. It's, oh man, it just manages to block it out. Meanwhile, it's too wide into here as well. Going to try and get themselves in. Kim just manages to shut the door and gets the win. Meanwhile, there is a slowdown for Alexei just here. Alexei has to take that slowdown before the line. It's going to allow Ura to get through, and slams on the brakes to stop themselves from getting a penalty. And what a finish. There's still plenty of... Oh my god, don't go 3 wide through here. And the finish line just there. What a set of races that was. Oh my god, that was brilliant. Anton then making their way over the line. Wow, that was something else. Oh, I'm exhausted. Right, we can all breathe now, right? We can all breathe. So your winner by pretty much a quarter of a second, Kim Andre Borkland overtaking, or him and Gregor overtaking each other in that final lap, back and forth, but the Norwegian grabs the win. Gregor taking second, then the Spaniard David Salada taking up the rest of those podium positions. Pascal Beerzijn has the 4th place, with Yuri Larkin in 5th. Alexei Amabev Saba, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that surname. I'm sorry, Saba. I'll probably mispronounce Saba as well, to be honest. Tony Walker in 8th place, with Sidney Hard in 9th and Chris Wetz in 10th. Then the rest of the grid from 11th onwards: Nico Mayer, Wyatt Cormier, Anissi Temien, Anton Shishnikov and Jack Brown bringing up the rear after the incident right at the beginning. That instant right at the beginning, let's have another look at it. I'm sorry, Anton, but I can't really find an excuse for this move here. Obviously, pole position, slowing down, but Anton in the black on the right hand side, going across to try and dodge the blue, not seeing that there's a car with another car on their left. That's 2 races ruined, unfortunately. It happens to the best of us, but I don't think Anton will want to see that incident again for a long time. Also, plenty of incidents happening here. Well, not quite incidents, just really good racing between everybody, especially in these final chicanes. Everyone getting as close as possible to each other, giving each other plenty of room, and just absolutely brilliant displays of racing from all. I'm starting to see a pattern here over this last 6 months of doing this stream on Tuesdays. The racing, with a couple of exceptions though, is getting cleaner and cleaner. These lot are meeting each other at these races, at these open sessions at the same time every week. They're all slowly learning how each other drive, and with that means they are more predictable to each other. Let's have another look at this final move just here. We thought Gregor was going to have that win there, and so close to an instant. Gregor actually ends up in front here, but Andre manages to go across. Very fortunate there for Andre that Gregor didn't have an extra inch or 2 to his inside, because that would have been lights out for both, potentially, with David just in the background behind, getting ready to snatch whatever position they could find. But overall, some absolutely fantastic, brilliant racing from all. Okay, we are going to load up the open session. Jess, how are we doing today? I hope you are good. How was your stream last night? I was lurking in there for a little bit after I said bye, and it looked like yeah, I do kind of want to try out Forza Horizon. One day. Maybe. Kinda. We'll see what happens. If anybody wants to jump into the open session, registrations are already on for it. It has a chance of rain, so the next race could end up being one of the best of the season so far. You can use your racing rig. You know what? I would. I prefer Forza Horizon on controllers, but I'd still give it a go. I bet it'd be a load of fun. Okay, it is already splitting, so we are going to have more than one split for today. Oh, go on then, you can have my camera on. I know you're all begging for it, but... oh. How are we all? I'm just having a quick check to see if the fixed setup has already, or if the fixed race has already updated on the stand-ins. And it has. Oh wow, so we get to... let's have a live update of what the table is at the moment. Finn, how we doing? Finn, that was a hell of a race, by the way. That top split was nuts. I don't know what the... oh, we can actually have a look at the results from the rest of the splits at the same time. So let's do that, and let's do that through this. Oh yeah, it's click activated, isn't it? So everyone... I want everyone to clap at the same time that I click, and the results will come up. So 3, 2, 1. You're not good. So as we saw with split 1, Kim getting the fastest lap as well. When it comes to the qualifying, David C ends up getting the bonus point for that one. Kim, however, fastest lap, so gets the bonus points with that one as well. Split number 2 was Laug C with their qualifying time of 1:26.972. And that was a strength of field of 2.2, so that's a qualifying time you kind of need to be up there for split number 2. When it comes to the actual race, it was only a second in it behind Lauga and Abel T as well. Able to get the able to get the fastest lap of the race as well. Best lap of 1:26.652. No split 3 this week, but both still competitive with 15 drivers each. Split 2 is better for those who are towards the bottom of this field though, because then that means they have a better chance of getting into the top 20 when it comes to amount of iRacing Championship points. And that's something I might actually try and ask for. I might ask for that for Grid Post, in that it adds a column for how many iRacing Championship points they get if they're able to pull it from the system. Right, that's what happened with the results. The standards, however, for the fixed have been updated, and Pascal is at the top. 4th place overall, which gets them 30 points, and Abel goes up to 2nd with the fastest lap and the 8th highest amount of iRacing Championship points across all the splits in that second. So they won the second split and they were the 8th highest iRacing points in there. 3rd place Anton drops down after that disastrous move at the start of the race, down there in 49 points, and we'll go to the top 5 for this one. So Kim, with their first result of the season, 1st place, 47 points because of the fastest lap as well. Didn't get pole position, didn't get a 0x race, so gets the 2 bonus points and gets 47 points that week, and just from one race jumps all the way up to 4th place. Watch meanwhile AWOL this week as well, but still hands on to that 5th. Now, did anybody get a 0x race? They did. Stephen just there, 12th place overall with the championship points, plus 3 bonus points for the 0x as well, jumps them up to a draw, a tied 33rd. Amy, so good to see you. How are we? Hell yeah. Do you ever find yourself commentating the most random crap at the worst times? Hi, my name's Jay, and that's exactly what I do. Like, and he's about to finish. Shit, I'm sorry, babe. Why'd I say that out loud? How are you? How was your time away? Amy, it was brilliant. Check out Instagram, because I'll chuck loads of stuff on there. I think you might have always seen it on Insta. It was great, Amy, in all honesty. I'm just waiting to get into this practice session at the moment whilst everyone gets ready for the next race. So, those who don't know, I was in Scotland last week for Metallica. Stayed for a couple of days. I took it the whole week off work. I'm actually back at work tomorrow, but I've taken it as one big sort of summer holiday. And it was brilliant. It was great. Until... Sorry, babe. Babe? Oh, I'm talking to a nice... what Nicely said. Did I accidentally call you babe? Did you like it? That's... But it was great. The train home, though, was... It took me from Glasgow to getting through my front door because of all the delays, and I got all my refunds on train tickets. It took me 11.5 hours to leave Glasgow to get back home. 11 hours I was on trains for. Trains and taxis. I am still tired. Right, why is this not loading up the practice session? That's crazy. It hasn't put me off going to Glasgow again on train, but you need a holiday from the travelling back. I do. Yeah, no, that's exactly what I've taken this weekend and Monday and Tuesday for. I'm going to be so great when I go back to work tomorrow. However, on the way home from the train, I'm sorry for all the 30 odd people watching on Twitch and YouTube at the moment. In fact, no, I'm not saying sorry. No, you got some high quality strength of field racing coming up. You can handle this face and this yapping for the next couple of minutes. So this 11.5-hour train journey, it was like I had my own podcast. It was a revolving door of guests, you know. So because we had to get an earlier train because they're all being delayed because of rain and shrapnel all over the road and stuff. Okay, so I just got a text for something. Okay, where's the SDK capture? Should be coming up very shortly. There we go. We got the practice session up. Let's have this up while we're doing anything else. So I got on an earlier train, and it's like a revolving door of guests for a podcast. Like it was take whatever seat you can get, and because everyone was so panicky and looking for their stops down in Preston, Lancashire, London, everyone was constantly jumping on and off the train. But I was there until I had another stop, but we'll get that story very, very shortly. So first I had a drunk Scottish guy, and very nice guy. He gave me half of his Mars bar. Not as in he snapped a Mars bar in half and gave me half. It was one of those double packs where it was 2 mini Mars bars in one. It wasn't like Lady and the Tramp where we both had a Mars bar and betting, nothing like that. If any of you do a fanfic of that, I swear to God I am banning you. So we spoke for a little bit. Train got delayed, and it took a diversion, and there was just a queue of trains. So we were stuck on the train still for about an hour. Sharing chocolate, how romantic. He wanted to share other food with me, but I was like, honestly, stop feeding me. It's fine, absolutely fine. So he got off on the stop and then replaced with an Irishman for a stop. That was a short conversation, but someone else who'd been to see Metallica. And then after that was someone from Manchester and family member he was with. I have a Metallica poster which I bought for 50 quid at the arena. Limited number, I didn't realise at the time. As soon as he realised I had this poster, he offered me over 100 quid for it there and then, and I said no, because now that I know that the poster's worth something, well, I'm going to keep it, ain't I? So we spoke for a little bit, and then he eventually got to his stop, which was Warwick, not Warwick, it was up near Liverpool. So we had one more stop and then London, and I needed to stop beforehand. As we come to this last stop, an announcement come on the train, and because of the amount of delays, they cancelled my stop. They cancelled the stop I needed. So I had two choices. Either get off the train and wait for the next train, and which was already delayed by an hour and a half, and get to that stop, or go to London and travel the way back. Drunk Scotsman is just a regular Scotsman. Oh yeah. Did he want to share his noodles? It was carbonara, actually. No, I can't remember what it was. It was probably like a cereal bar or something. So I decided to stick to London, and I was going to do the rest of the train journey on to London. So someone else come onto the train. She was with a friend, and they were all talking to each other in their language for a bit, Cantonese. And then after a while, she turned around and she's just like, "Oh, if you don't want to talk," or like she felt guilty because she was talking to her friend, and she thought she was being loud. And I was just like, "No, absolutely, like honestly, just carry on." And then they had another person they met that they were all talking to, and then we both started talking to each other, and like just like she'd been to Manchester, I think it was, for Kendrick Lamar or something like that, and I'd gone to Glasgow for Metallica, and yeah, we just talk about all sorts of things. Anime came up, how she found London, if I ever wanted to visit China or other parts of the world, and we actually got on really well, to the point that I said, when I'm in London next, I'll have to let you know. We'll go hang out for a bit. So I'm in London in 2 weeks' time, and we're going to catch up. So I've made a friend with all this train journey stuff. If I had known, I would have got the contact details of everyone else I sat down with as well. But hey, 11-hour journey, made a friend along the way, and I'll probably be going to see My Chemical Romance next week unless plans change. But I'm going to London regardless, and yeah, it's going to be great. I'm going to be spending that whole weekend, so not this weekend, but the weekend afterwards, I'll be in London for the whole weekend. Right, we have 10 minutes left until the open race. My mug is off the screen now as we have a look at everybody else who is on the track at this moment in time. But Amy, I hope you are good. I missed you, Amy. I missed all your streams. I tried to lurk whenever I could. Friend, wink. PVG, I am a 36-year-old man who has been through too much shit in my life to ever trust and do anything like that anymore. I'm just happy being me by myself now. Plus, I could never have enough time to give people the respect and the time that they deserve. I don't see anybody like that, to be honest. It would take somebody who has a lot of patience with me for anything like that to happen. Jay said that like a proper high-class hoe. Wow. Wow. Rich, how are we doing? I hope you're good, hope you're well. I'm supposed to be... There we go. Oh, and straight away, the wet conditions. The wet conditions are already massive. Thank you to Backfire Simsport TV, by the way, for letting me use their stuff. And we can already see the track is wet for practice, and everybody is already losing into the barrier. And that's exactly how I crashed a little bit earlier in the day. And Tamas Asboff, who is in Wednesday's sessions, league sessions, when I read the YouTube chat. Anyway, it's just so easy to get off the course at the moment. Alright, this music's a bit loud, isn't it? Let me change that down slightly. We have 7-8 minutes left. You skipped over an important part of your story. How are Metallica? Incredible. I've seen Metallica 4 times. Sorry, quick hydration break just there. I've seen Metallica 4 times at festivals, twice at Download, once at Sonisphere. Sonisphere was great because I was right at the front, and then once at Reading. This was the first time I've seen Metallica at their own show. And there's pictures on my Instagram. If you look for me on Instagram, it's JayCaulls, JayCaulls. I'm going to start posting more stuff on Instagram, I think. But yeah, their own shows are absolutely incredible. Brilliant. So at Sonisphere, yeah, that was the year where it was the Big Four and Diamond Head all on the same day, and I managed to get right at the front, right in the middle. Honestly, one of the greatest days of music I've ever had the pleasure of doing. It was worth a trip. Oh yeah, no, I mean, to be honest, it was worth a trip regardless of the crap trains on the way back and the trains back from the gig as well. The trains back from the gig weren't too great either. Not quite 11 hours, but took a little while longer. But no, it was so good. Not Loose were good. Gojira are great as well. If Metallica come to town and I can get a ticket for a decent amount of money, I would highly Like, likely buy another one. Well, we've got Jamie Wilson in the session as well. Has changed the camera up slightly. Gajira blew me away when I saw him. They had the opera singer there who did the French Olympics. And I have never heard an opera singer live before. Apart from maybe like, could you count some power metal where they've got the female front, like Epica and stuff like that? Would that count as opera? I haven't seen Nightwish live, so I can't the same with Floor Jansen. But hearing an actual opera singer, and my god, the voice volume and projection, you need to hear that live. It is such an incredible thing to hear.
What the fuck are you doing, bro? Like...
Right, everybody at the moment. Oh, we've got Jaden in the session as well in his custom JC Academy paint. Oh, and Jaden smashing onto the barriers. Vaguely, yes. So, Gajira, the first metal band to perform at the Olympics. And it is brilliant. Hanging out the side of, I think, was it French Parliament? I was confused for a second when I read the YouTube chat. Sorry, mate. Glad to hear you doing well, Amy. Amy is somebody you lot on the Twitch side if you enjoy your horror games and Hunt Showdown and stuff like that. Go throw a follow over to Amy, please. There's a lot of streamers in here right now, so it might be worth following a load of them. Yeah, crazy show showing the world how it's done. Absolutely. And the fact that I managed to get one of those limited edition posters as well, I will frame that and have that on the wall somewhere. Anton Shishnikov, who...
Meow, meow, meow.
And there's a cat in the chat right now, in the voice comms. But Anton will be looking for a much better second race. We have 4 minutes left, and I can reveal to everybody that we currently have around 2 splits of... No, 3 splits. We are going to 3 splits. 41 in the session at the moment. Let me just quickly... have a look, see who else is in this. I thought I said William Shatner there, but no, it's definitely not William Shatner. That's a nice, there's some nice liveries in here. Alright, massive thank you to everybody who is in these sessions at the moment. Just quickly looking through the Discord. So there's 10. So for Backfire Simsport TV tomorrow, check the video description below if you're watching on YouTube, or if you're on Twitch, it's just there. There's a 10% chance of rain for the endurance race. If that turns into a monsoon, I am going to be the happiest man alive. I'm trying to look for the iRating button. Ah, right where it says iRating. Funny that. Right, there we go. Plenty of people starting to get some times in now. Registration for the open race ends in 1 minute. So if you haven't got yourself signed up to the TCR Virtual Challenge open race, get yourself in now, and a massive amount of cars punching up in the practice. That looked like fun. And in front, these lot are all going at it as well. Some practice. This is just practice, by the way. So already these lot are tearing each other a new one. And those who are on the Twitch side as well, there's a Pokemon chat game in there as well for everyone. But quickest time in the open, bear in mind there is a fair bit of rain, is Isaac Price, currently with a 1:30.28, nearly a second quicker than Kim Andre Buckland. We have a real life TCR driver in here, Callum Newsham, sorry. Callum in, and could potentially be jumping into the official session. That'd be pretty good to see, wouldn't it? Taking a while for Trading Paints to load up everyone's tyres at the moment. It looks like there's 42 people overall in the session, so this is going to be a nice 14 car split potentially, unless there was some late stragglers towards the end. Right, we are going to take a 2-3 minute break while that all loads up, so in the meantime just chill out, relax, you won't miss anything. Follow if you're not already following on the Twitch, subscribe if you're not already subscribed on the YouTube, and join the TCR Cord. Welcome all to the TCR Series Strength of Field Championships, the open part of today's racing. And yes, that is exactly what you're seeing behind. After a full season, by the way, season number 2 of not getting a single rain race for Strength of Field, it looks like our prayers may have been answered here. There's water spraying off the back of these cars, and it is looking absolutely glorious weather out there right now. I am your host, JayCaulls, and if you're not already watching or following on the Twitch, and there's oh wow, okay, see a few puddles there in the background. But if you're not already subscribed on the YouTube, get yourself subscribed on YouTube. Same way with Twitch. Get yourself following on there. If you have Amazon Prime, feel free to connect it to your Twitch account, by the way, and get a free sub to my channel. Just saying. Oh, it's kind of so much, it's a pity your initials aren't TCR. I mean, you can pretend if you want. I don't mind. Right, before we get into that, let's get into the current standings for the Open Championship. So if you get yourself involved in the strength of field time slot, regardless of split, you could end up getting points that puts you into the strength of field championship. At the moment, Isaac in the lead with 93 points, with Augustin in second with 88. Evan 43, the best of the rest, with Anton and Kim with 36 and 35. Also on 35 is Waj as well. The points are based on real life TCR, so points up to 20th, and then 20th onwards is 1 point. For strength of field racing, that's up to 50th place is 1 point. Anything higher than 20, you get multiple points. Speaking of multiple points, there are bonus points for fastest lap, 2. Bonus points for pole position, 2, and bonus points for a clean 0x completed race, 3 points. Alright, enough of me waffling about that championship. By the way, if you haven't had a chance to watch the fixed race, re-watch the VOD afterwards. The fixed race was absolutely incredible. If this is even a percentage of like half of what that race was, then this is going to be absolutely fantastic. Right then, so qualifying at the moment, this is the start of the first lap. Let's get on board with Gordon Helga at the moment. Car number 6. Cars are numbered, those who are new to iRacing, by your iRating. iRating is a fake number. It doesn't actually mean anything. It's basically just another word for EP. A lot of elevation changes at Road Atlanta, as you can see. And also with those elevation changes, places where puddles form that are going to make it really difficult to overtake. But not just difficult to overtake, but also, a lot of the time, difficult just to keep the cars on the circuit. There's going to be a lot happening today, so get yourselves ready. Naps on the Twitch side, I hope you're good, I hope you are well. Right, let's get the qualifying laps up as well, so you lot know how it works at the bottom of the screen. If it's purple, then it is the fastest out of anybody in the session. And this guy right here is absolutely rapid. Isaac Price is leading the way. I need to reload trade and paint, so you're going to see everybody with dodgy looking cars in a second. But expect an absolutely nuts lap from Isaac Price here, and every single sector as Helga takes the lead, but not for long, because Isaac Price is a full 2 seconds quicker than Gordon, 1.5 seconds quicker than Tamas. It's probably fair to say Isaac has probably just wiped the floor with everybody and was not shy to hide it there. Especially in places I didn't know I had. Wow, that's a lot of information to process just there. Not gonna lie. Right, big move just there from Isaac. I don't know if they may have messed that one up there slightly, but also on the track as well, we've got Cal Hardy making their way down. But as it stands, Isaac went even quicker on Sector 1, hasn't gone as quick in Sector 2, but nobody can keep up with him right now. And keep watching for Kim Andre Borgland. I think Borgland's only just going to be starting their laps now. 4 minutes left, so if he's only just... Oh no, that's his first lap and he's gone and slotted straight in at 9th place. They're going to be very disappointed with that one. Meanwhile, pole position man Isaac Price just here. Heat advisory all day and into tomorrow. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope it's wrong and it's a little bit cooler for you. Isaac going to put their way over the line. A fast Sector 3 again. Their quickest lap was a 1:31.77. That is almost certainly going to be quicker just there. A 1:31.77. There we go, and Gordon Helga a second behind as we've got everybody else slowly making their way round the pits. And it's Jaden Scotland as well, pushing through as hard as they can, up to second. But still a whole second behind Isaac Price, you and could be either getting some rain practice here or going for another lap. We've got to keep a watch of Kim Andre just here. Kim's probably going to be the closest fighter here, the closest opposition to Isaac Price, making their way down the hill. Here we go, pedal to the floor. How is their final corner going to be? Are we going to see an epic slide here? Or are they going to hold it? There's a little bit of a slide, but they hold it enough. And Kim goes from 14th last place up to... Oh, I think there might have been an off track from Kim then. Kim has not improved their time. Or has improved their time, but not by a lot. Ah, disastrous for Kim, but it's going to make for an entertaining race when we watch them like gain 7 positions off the start. So we've got Ben Idris on here as well. Had 5 bottles of water today at work. I'm good. Good. A lot of personal bests here for Ben, but doesn't look like it's going to be enough to challenge for the start. Gets across the line, but not with too much oomph. It stays in 5th place for now.
I think you should just start at the back.
So, bonus points for Isaac Price as he gets pole position. Oh, Daniel Augustin Fernandez is behind within a second, but it's looking bloody close there. Second row with Jaden Scotland and Gordon Howell, with third row being Eric Blitz and Ben Idris. Eurolacton will start in 7th place with Jack Brown looking for a better race than their last one, 8th. 9th place Thomas Hasboff with Kyle Hardy in 10th, then past the top 10, Jamie Wilson, Anton Shishnikov, Stephen Walker quite low down in 13th, and Kim Andre Buckland in 14th. So a lot of big hitters either not able to get a quick time in or not really getting any decent times in and getting some off tracks. Luck mode enabled. Yep, no worries, Naps. Who won the fixed? The winner of fixed is currently started in last place.
Good luck.
Kim Andre Buckland got the win in the fixed, but really struggled in the qualifying right here, so it's going to be interesting to see how this one goes. Everyone slowly lining up, just waiting for Eric now in 5th, and there we go. See if we can get a cleaner start than last time. The lights are on. And here we go. Strophen Field Championships, a poor start from Borkland. Anton right next to him there in 2nd place. And how is this going to look going into the first corner? And Fernandez shuts the door and takes the lead a little bit further back. Everyone else keeping it nice and pucker. Going to the very deceptive turn number 3. You want to leave plenty of space for everybody around here. Now we're probably going to see at least one car go off here, because half of the track here is extremely slippery. Lots of puddles. And of course you don't really want to be braking and turning too hard onto those curbs. To make our way around right now, that's everybody pretty clean actually, to be honest. Go a little bit further back, Stephen Walker chasing down Kyle Hardy and Jamie Wilson. There we go, trying to get that inside there, but Jamie Wilson just manages to defend that one in time. A little bit of contact there with Stephen and Kim, I think. And in the lead at the moment, it is Daniel Augustin, the Sausage Fernandez. Yep, that's his legal full name. Don't look into that, please. Please don't look into that. Here we go. First major braking zone with high speed. And so far, so good. They both get into absolutely lovely. Now, how much grip has everybody else got? Everybody is on wet tyres, by the way, just in case that was going to be a question that goes over anybody's mind. I will put tyre compounds there, just to prove that everybody is on the way, and that's potentially a challenge for the lead. Backs out just in time though. It'd be interesting to see if anybody does any power slides across this part. It is too wide at the moment with Gordon Hauger and Ben Idris. They're going to have to afford each other plenty of space as Ben actually slots straight back in. All behind, I heard the clanking of metal, but it doesn't look like anyone's particularly suffered because of it. Down the S's and so... Ooh, and Ben Idris! And in the background just there, the front bumper of Carl Hardy, who's just gone straight into the crowd. Memorabilia for the kids sitting down there.
It's Daisy.
Carl not happy with his efforts just there. Oh man, that was a nasty hit just there. Exactly what I did in my own race earlier in the Open. We are going to have an opportunity to see Carl's crash just there, but until then, this battle for the lead is getting closer and closer and closer. Can't park there, Carl. Is it going to be an overtake attempt? And as long as they can keep each other close. Oh, it's door-to-door action. Kim looking for a cutback just there after Augustin took that back on the inside, but they're closer than ever. Third place right now is Eric Blitz, who's going to have the best seat of the house. Not quite as much bravery as what the two in front have there, but... Wow, close. Speaking of close, just behind Jaden Scott and Gordon Hauger on the inside, but Jaden with a slightly wider line manages to keep it within the grey stuff. I think a pie van was part of there. I think so as well. Pucker pie van just on the side for mid-race.
Arian 555 just subscribed for 62 months. How
A pucker pie van for mid-race snacks. Unfortunately, Carl meant that thought he was eligible for it as well. Arian, thank you so much for the 62 month of subbage. You're currently in the middle of a Stratford Field racing where the best wrestle. Where the best race. Ooh, it's getting close there at the moment between Gordon Hauger and Ben Idris. And just behind them, Jura Lackinen battling away with Jack Brown in front and Tamaz Asboff behind. You'll be able to see all three of those in Wednesday's BSTV League. Arian, how are we doing, man? It's good to see you. Your Instagram post today, your pitch and absolutely smashing it. Proud of you, mate. Oh! And there is the end of Gordon's race. Two emotions coming from this commentator there. Extreme proudness and then absolute, oh my god.
Arab punt.
Gordon's on radio saying that was a bit of a punt just there, but oh, and there's another big one. Scotland is down and it's the other Norwegian driver just there. Oh my god. So many big incidents just there. Isaac Price in the lead still fighting, and this is the battle for the lead, and they're both inside each other, and there's behind them as well Eric Blitz shaking the car about how did that not result in instant death for any of them. This race is incredible. They're all fighting it out as much as possible. Just behind as well, Jura Lackinen and Tamaz Asboff both fighting, but this fight for the lead right now is a three-way fight. They're both inside of each other. Jay never beaten the allegations. Shush you! Wow, this is nuts. This is incredible. Get to the chopper. So it's Augustin on the left, in red in front is Isaac Price, and the Swede Eric Blitz is just behind. Eric giving a quick push just there to Isaac. This could go one of four ways. One survives, the other survives, the third survives, or none of them do. And a nice early break just there from the Swede, and what you go watch him do, the third place car just there is just maximise his line, and he steals the second place. Great awareness from Eric there. Daniel and Isaac both battling out. That could have gone either way from there. And Isaac Price in the lead with Eric in second. But wow. Wow, thank you so much, my guys. So you liked it too. Yeah, it's awesome to see. I like seeing my friends being successful. It is such a delight to see. If you lot are doing well, it makes me happy. Right, we have a lot of incidents to go through shortly. I'm just very quickly double checking all these close fights at the moment, and what a set of fights this has been. I'm scared to look at these replays in case we miss something quite significant. But let's go to the first big crash, Carl Hardy, which I already know how this one's going to go, in all honesty. It's going to be a case of he's going to end up slipping. Wow, that was some hit. That was an absolutely gigantic hit. Gordon going off the track here. Might have to look. We've got Ben Idris behind, Jaden Scotton in front. And ooh, just stops there. And ooh, both needed to sort each other out in terms of position a bit more. Ben probably could have left a little bit more space for Gordon. But in these wet conditions, you've got to be very close not to get too close to the edge of the track, because one shoe on the grass and it is all over. Thank you, Magnet, for doing the points. I'll get those done at some point. And then in front, well, I don't know what happened here. So Jaden, with a bit of a power slide just there, catches the grass and big spin, holds it in, but manages to keep the car going. But that wasn't... Something else happened though. Something happened with Kim, and I'm not quite sure what it was. Is it this? So Kim fell back a fair... Oh no, it's Kim going through the field. So Kim doing the same thing as so many have done in these wet races. And car just has a mind of its own, and that's Kim out the race as well. This is people, by the way, apart from obviously the incident with Gordon and Ben. The rest of the incidents we've seen so far is just people making mistakes. This is why there needs to be more rain racing in iRacing, or just more chance of a little bit of rain, just to make things a little bit spicy. At the moment, Isaac Price still in the lead at the moment. That's why you don't want to be fully on the racing line. True. Very true, Pete. Kind of see why Ben Idris didn't want to go all the way to the right hand side while Gordon was there as well, for that exact reason. A lot of rubber down on that part of the course, and when the rubber gets wet, you slide. I'm on about the racing, you sick fuck. How are you, man? Really interesting to watch the whole race this week due to my work. Yeah, it's honestly one of the better F1 races this season. Seems that everyone's figuring out exactly how to use that boost effectively. Plus the hot temperatures was really throwing around a lot of uncertainty when it comes to the strategy. So everything just sort of come together there. Silverstone this weekend for the Formula 1. I can't wait. It's going to be such a great race. Anyone ever wants to watch the F1, just go on Discord, just saying. Right, that's the fight for the lead at the moment. Meanwhile, Jamie Wilson trying their best to get past Anton Shishnikov. We are 10 minutes into today's race. And Jamie now with a chance to try and catch up here. Everybody else has a fair bit of gap between them, but all it takes is one mistake and suddenly everybody's all over each other again. But watch this, people aren't going all the way to the right hand side. Jamie slightly is here. Be careful there, and look at that, just a much better line. He's going to get the overlap here, potentially. And it's Civic versus Audi. Who's braver in the final corner? Ooh, and it looks like Anton just defends it. If Anton can keep Jamie away from him for the majority, for out up to those that final chicane, and he keeps that consistency up. But saying that though, Jamie is really going for a big fight here now. We'll go quickly run up because it looks like Augustin has managed to get the overtake done. I've just heard a top. Oh, I thought I I thought it was Isaac going off the course there. Bloody camera completely threw me off. Augustine managing to get a place back. We will see how that overtake was done very shortly. It looks like Yura has gone off the track as well. Lewis versus Max was good, but Antonelli's a different level. Yeah, there was a lot of good points to that race, unless you're a Cadillac or Aston Martin fan, of course. Going into that final chicane, just looking to see how everybody's... Oh, hang on. And that was Isaac going across the track. Isaac has a slowdown now. What happened there? Did Isaac just miss a braking point? Or was it controlling the car? And, ooh, it just had a tyre on the line just there, but he still holds that lead at the moment. Just seeing if there was... Right, let's have a look at the overtake for second place. So this was into the final corner. Just look how much tighter Augustine's line is there. Manages to open up 10B and gets himself alongside Eric. Eric can do nothing but lift slightly earlier, just to try and get himself a good line. They're going to try and fight it into turn 1. But Augustine is a fantastic driver. Augustine has the ability to run 2 different lines if he wants to and still get the most out of that car. Goes a little bit wider there, but he's done enough to complete that move. And look at that, he's got himself a nice gap on everybody else. Meanwhile, just behind, now Ben Idris and Jack Brown are after Eric Blitz. 6 minutes left of the race. And we've already seen even Isaac in the lead right now is making mistakes. As we've seen, Kim Borkland has another meatball flag. So there's a big chance of an overtake here. Jamie trying to force Anton to take a less than ideal line. I tell you what, that looked like there might have been a little bit of a shake just there from Anton. They could end up going side by side into the final corner. Anton's just going to have it. Jamie is going over the curb. That was so risky. I don't think it's going to be enough to get him. Meanwhile, Eric is in trouble. He has a wild Frenchman behind him, ready to push him to his limits. And they might not be super comfortable with it, but they're having to take... Oh, Jesus, that Audi in the background nearly slamming straight into the wall. Everybody here just waiting for everybody else to make a mistake now. Or put people into a position where they have to take a line they're not used to taking. Bit further behind, Jamie Wilson still. And is this finally going to be the chance Jamie Wilson needs? Gets a much better exit out of this line. We could be about to watch and see this. Getting closer and closer and closer. They're going to, for the first time, be side by side going into 10 and 10B. Down the hill. How good are both of them braking? Can they give and leave each other space? They do. Brilliant racing from both. Fantastic. A little bit of a touch at the end there, but Robin racing. Tell you what, Shishnikov has once again managed to hold off Jamie. Wow. Brilliant defending there from Anton. That is absolutely class. That. Brilliant. Back into this battle for third place. It says first place at the moment in the bottom right, but I assure you, Fernandez and Isaac Price are not part of this battle at all. Augustine, unless they make a huge mistake, is going to leave these lot behind for the foreseeable. Jamie Wilson, and these two are still fighting it out, and this is good practice for Jamie for a Wednesday session. Now within a 10th, they're going to be side by side. How good is that outside line? Anton not able to use the outside and use all the track in that front wheel drive. This means actually could be a double overtake just and it is. Jamie Wilson is finally in front, but that Audi is not bad at all when it comes to slipstreaming. 0.38 behind Jamie Wilson at the moment, but is gaining and gaining and gaining. Go down the hill. What else are you up to this week? Are you much at all? Oh, and a missed braking point just there from Anton, and that was enough. And now that should be Jamie free for the rest of the race, depending on if Anton wants to give us a late push. Third place still up for grabs. Augustin in second place, nearly 2 seconds ahead of third, so we can focus on these three for now. Like I said though, unless a big mistake is made. Easy to do here. Right, nearly on to the 18th minute. Everybody in these wet conditions, giving each other a bit more space now. Those who are strong at the rain have slowly made their way through. Stephen Walker at the moment up 6 places. Meanwhile, Gordon Howell, after the earlier incident in the race, not having such a good time, down 8. Back Gordon about to get lapped by third place here. This is the closest battle between more than one car at the moment. Behind is a slightly closer battle between Tamas and Stephen Walker, 2 rivals in Backfire Simsport TV. Get back to the front. So Gordon, who they're coming up to lap now, is actually a pretty fast driver. Might be quick enough that... have a look where he is on the course. So he's actually in front of Augustin. So if Augustin can't get past Gordon as effectively as he probably wants to, could drag Augustin back into the battle, those cars going into view of the camera behind. But what an action-packed first 10 minutes of this race, and a lot of it was self... Ooh, and there it was, Augustin going slightly off the course. Stephen Walker getting closer and closer to Tamas, and this could be the chance that he needed. Currently on board with Stephen Walker right now. There is no slipstream for Tamas in front to take, and it's 0.3, 0.25, 0.22, 0.2. He's getting closer and closer and closer and closer. Tamas has 2 choices here, as Stephen Walker has so much overspeed here. How they go fair into this corner? How good is their braking? They're side by side, but Stephen Walker slightly overdoes it. Oh, and that's a car off the circuit, and that is Ura off the circuit, having to take a slowdown as well. Currently fighting with Jaden Scotton. We are now into the final lap of the race. Let's have a quick look. Oh, is that the... oh no, that is the end of the race. Sorry. Oh, I apologise, everyone. There's so much battling going on in that race. We slightly missed the end of it. Isaac Bryce is going to get the win with Daniel Augustin Fernandez in second. Brilliant. Endo Racing, by the way, or NDO Racing, thanks so much for throwing the follow over during the start of that race. I apologise there, everyone. There was so much action going on that we kind of missed the finish, but as you can see, there was a lot. Isaac Price getting the win there with Daniel Augustin Fernandez in second. Got Eric Blitz rounding off the rest of that podium. Ben Idris in 4th place. 5th, we've got Jack Brown with Terence Asboff in 6th. 7th is Stephen Walker with Ura Lackland in 8th. Jaden Scotton taking 9th, down 6 positions, but behind him up 1. Jamie Wilson to 10th. Then 11th onwards, it's Anton Shishnikov, Gordon Hauger, Kim Andre Buckland, and Carl Hardy. There was a lot going on there. I'm just quickly having a look at the championship standings and the results, because we could just having a quick look. Right, so championship's not updated yet. However, we do have the rest of the results in. We can get our fastest lap one as well for the Strength of Field Championship, brought to you by the TCR cord. So split one, Kim Andre Borkland has the fastest lap of the race, so gets bonus points from that one. Oh wait, hang on, I think I got the wrong one. No, I got the wrong one. I was gonna say oh, we don't have the results just yet for the open setup. Do for the fix, so we're gonna have to wait a little for that one. Or tell you what, I will post it in the Discord, because I've just had the text and I do need to be elsewhere quite quickly. But massive thank you to everybody who has stopped by tonight on the Twitch and YouTube. If you're on the YouTube, subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video. If you're on the Twitch, follow the channel and swap. So if you're on the Twitch, go to the YouTube and do what I said if you're on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, come over to the Twitch. It's more than just racing on the Twitch, but you might be into that. And get into there, make sure you're following on both. A TCR cord for those who race TCRs or are looking at racing TCRs on iRacing. There's the TCR cord just there. If you want my personal one, after GG, put /JayCaulls. In fact, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, do @JayCaulls, and you'll probably find me. Just saying. Hey, Tamas, damn, that was close. It really was. I think everyone should watch both those races back again afterwards. Boost my views. You know how it is. But I will post the updated championships in the TCR cord. Thank you so much to everybody for stopping by. Really appreciate you all being here. Music, you can come back on if you want. It's okay. Come out. There we go. So everyone say, could you please threaten iRacing to add more wet surfaces? I'll try. Alright, we will be raiding somebody on Twitch. Everyone say goodbye to the YouTube side, because we end that stream first every single time. Thumbs up the video, just saying. So, bye YouTube. Okay, click that button, click that button. Arian, thank you once again for throwing the resub in as well. Appreciate the hell out of you, man. And honestly, I mean it. So proud of you. You're absolutely smashing it, mate. Keep it up. Let's end the YouTube stream just there. And can someone do the raid command, please? Because we are going to be throwing a raid over to somebody. Sorry that I'm in